Area High School Baseball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the diamond for high school baseball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Well, it's a beautiful Tuesday afternoon here at Silex High School. Marion Everhart in with you as we have the Silex Owls hosting the EMO Conference. Rivals the Bowling Green Bobcats. They're having the coaches meeting at home plate right now. We're going to do a quick pregame. It looks like they're going to start a little early this afternoon, so we'll be back with the pregame show after this on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Hi, this is Brock Mitchell, and I am a physical therapist with Advanced Physical Therapy in Bowling Green. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat everything from sports injuries to work rehabilitation, arthritis, and post-surgical rehabilitation. This includes spinal care, balance issues, and vestibular treatment. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy, and we hope you choose Advanced Physical Therapy. Conveniently located across from Bowling Green High School on Business 61. Call us today to schedule your next physical therapy appointment at 573-324-6079.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Well, they're already doing the starting lineup, so we'll try and play catch-up here as these two are going through. So we'll go ahead and give you those Community State Bank starting lineups right now here on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
For the visitors on the scoreboard, the Bowling Green Bobcats, they are leading off with the pitcher, Alex Miller. Out in center field will be Gavin Potter, followed by first baseman Zach Gibson. Over in first base this afternoon, Lucas Jennings. Out in left field will be Eli Grody. Behind the plate will be Ron Milosevic. At shortstop, Camden Fisher. Out in right field, Walker Chandler. Your designated hitter this afternoon is Dane Dunn. And over on second base this afternoon is Lucas Dick. So that is who is playing second base, and that is who Dane Dunn is batting for. For the Silex Owls, they are leading off with the catcher Ian Beckham, followed by his shortstop Chase Mullins. On the mound this afternoon will be Hunter Hubbard. Over on third base will be Cameron Garcia. Out in center field, Tyler Twellman will be doing all the running. On the mound will be Max Levy. Out in right field will be Trenton Roth. In left field will be Peyton Miller. And playing second base is going to be Alex McGill. So Beckham, Mullen, Hubbard, Garcia, Twellman, Levy, Roth, Miller, and McGill for the Silex Owls. And it looks like that they're going to get ready to start. So they're going to do the national anthem. We'll be back with your first pitch after this on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Ackles Farm Market, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, "The sweetest fruits of life come from serving others." And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
See me, Tim Jenkins, at 3404 Georgia Street for a free insurance review.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Well, they've got the warm-up pitches going right now. That is Silex. As we mentioned, Hubbard is going to be on the mound for the Owls this afternoon. Behind the plate, Ian Beckham. Again, let's attempt to go around the horn for you, as we mentioned, on the mound. Hubbard. Behind the plate, we've got Beckham. Over on first base, Levy. Playing second this afternoon is McGill. Over on third base, Garcia. And at shortstop, it's going to be Mullen. In the outfield, taking on left field is Roth. In center field, Tyler Twellman. And taking in left field was Miller. Then Twellman in center and Roth in right field. For Bowling Green, they're going to start off with the pitcher, Alex Miller, this afternoon. He'll step in. Don't forget, we'll join on air as soon as the Pleasant Hill Pittsfield girls softball game is over with, as they are playing right now. Just a few more pitches and we'll be ready for first pitch. Don't forget, more action tomorrow as long as Mother Nature holds off, and even more on Thursday. So everybody keep their fingers crossed. It's beautiful out here this afternoon. 70 degrees here at Silex High School. Some of our keys to the game brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Insurance. And since they are starting a little quick this afternoon, the key was going to be quick and early scoring. We know that's kind of a given anymore. That's kind of what everybody says. But between these two teams, you've got to get on the board, and you got to get there quickly. So they've thrown down their first pitch, or their last pitch, and Miller's getting ready to step in the batter's box. A little bit of a breeze blowing in. The flag's actually kind of moving more towards right field. So there's a strike call to Miller. As he stands back in. Makes contact with this one. It's out to left field. Looks like it's going to be out of play. So quickly, no balls and 2 strikes for Miller. At Silex High School, as we're just underway. No balls, 2 strikes to Miller for the Bobcats. As Hubbard looks in, looks at a ball. Bowling Green's dugout being vocal again. They've been kind of fun all season long. And ball 2. Quickly, 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're just in the top of the first inning. And he walks him. So first base runner on for the Bobcats. So Miller gets on, is over at first for the first walk, and in steps Potter. Hubbard looks in, looks to lay down the bunt, nothing there. Staying put over on first base is Miller. Potter, where's number 31, Bowling Green, their black jerseys with red outlines and gray bottoms. He connects with this one. It's going to be in foul territory. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Gavin Potter. So they look back at Miller standing over on first. They look to lay down a short bunt, but it gets right to the first baseman. Hubbard picks it up, but Miller advances to second. So 1 out. As Bowling Green has a runner in scoring position. 1-3 put out for the first out, and that brings in Zach Gibson. They got the smoke rolling on the grill down here at Silex High School if you're looking for supper this evening. Gibson almost has his front foot out of the batter's box as Hubbard looks back at Miller over on second. Looks, throws one in, hits that outside corner for strike one. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the first as we're still scoreless as Bowling Green made the trip down to Silex on this beautiful afternoon. Hubbard looks back. Miller looks content to stay. Pitch on the inside. They're going to call down a ball, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Gibson back in. Again, that front foot all but even with the third base line as he steps out. That heel's actually on the white line. And he makes contact here. It's a high fly. Hubbard calls it, and there's an out. So out number 2 from the pitcher and a pop out, and that brings up Lucas Jennings. 2 outs as Miller stands out on second base for the Bobcats. Beckham is set, gives a sign. Hubbard holds the ball, now comes set. Looks back for Miller, works a stretch, gets it in there, strike. Big cut in there by Jennings. Two outs, top of the first. As we mentioned, Bowling Green's dugout awfully vocal, which is always fun. And there's a big cut up the mid, and here comes Miller. Miller looking to score. He rounds third. They wave him in, and he'll be in standing up as Jennings gets the RBI and the single. And he brings home Miller for 1 run for the 1-0 is our score. 2 outs. And then steps Eli Grody. He wears sticks, wears number 11 on his back. Jennings with the RBI single. That basically split that 4-6 gap right over to the left of second base if you're looking at the field from our view. That caught that outside corner as Grody took a look for strike 1. Hubbard again looks into Beckham. Winds and throws. He connects this one. Short hopper digging out is the third baseman. He has nowhere to go. He tries to pull it up, and that's an error on the first baseman, or excuse me, on the third baseman. And that's going to advance Jennings to third on the error, and Grody is safe. So a 2 on, 2 out. Cats lead this one 1-0 here in the top of the first. Runners at the corner. In steps Milosevic. Having a little talk with him about placement, where they kind of would like to see him place the ball. As Hubbard looks down, making that play over at third was Garcia. And they look like they got a pick off. And they're going to get it. No, they're going to say safe, and coming home is Jennings. So Jennings gets the steal as Grody advances to second on a steal. They're unable to get the ball there. Now the Bobcats are up 2-0. Look for a little pickoff game there. Couldn't make the throw in time. Grody slid underneath the tag. And now got Grody standing on second base. And Milosevic looks at his first pitch as a ball. So Hubbard again looks. Looks down inside. He throws this one down low. They're going to say it just missed. 2 balls, no strikes. As we mentioned, Bowling Green in this one got on the board early here in the first. They connect with this one, right? Splits that 3-4 gap, and it's going to be Grody coming around to score as Milosevic gets the RBI single. Bowling Green up 3-0 here in the top of the first. And in comes Camden Fisher. Everybody yelling, "Let's go Fish." He makes contact. This one goes out and over into the vehicles for strike 1. So again, you have runner Milosevic over on first. Ball outside. Try to pick him off Milosevic. Nothing there. Gets back in safely. Hubbard on the mound for the Owls. Looks to Beckham for the sign. Beckham to Hubbard. Hubbard misses that outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, the wind kind of blowing out more towards right field. 3-0 is our score here in the top of the first. Bobcats leading this as Fish connects on this one. Gonna split that. Oh no, Mullins tracks it down. Not in time, but he keeps it from going to the outfield. And now runners at first and second for the Cats. So still 2 outs. And Walker Chandler steps in. He's the number 8 batter for the Bobcats this afternoon in this EMO conference matchup. Hubbard gets the sign he likes, looks back, winds and fires. Hits that outside corner for strike 1. So 2 on for the Bobcats. They've already brought 3 around to touch home plate. You got Milosevic out on first, Fisher on first. Ball misses that outside corner, and it's a 1-1 count for Chandler. As I mentioned, he's the number 8 hitter in this lineup for the Bobcats this afternoon. Hubbard looks into Beckham for the sign. Looks back at Milosevic over on second. Fires this one in there. Gets him swinging. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Chandler. Looking for the payoff pitch here is Hubbard. Gets a sign from Beckham. Goes into a stretch. Little changeup. It's going to float out into center field, and that'll bring around Milosevic. They're going to... Nope, they had to hold him up because he tripped up. And so now bases are loaded for the number 9 hitter, Dane Dunn. He is the DH today for Lucas Dick, who plays second base. Cats looking to bat around here to open things up here in the first as they lead this one 3-0, top of the first, and bases are loaded. Beckham sets up a little on the outside, winds and fires, gets a strike on that outside corner. Nice pitch from Hubbard. So he sets in there. Beckham looks for one right down the middle. He sets it up, and it's fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes to Dane Dunn. And Hubbard hoping to get him to chase one on this one at least. Leave those bases loaded for the Bobcats. Ball low. Dunn stands in there once again, hoping for a pitch he could hit. Hubbard winds. Fires one in there. It's a high fly ball. Mullins calls for it. He gets it, and that is how the first is going to end. It's the Bobcats on the board early with 3 runs over the Silex Owls here from Silex High School on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Are you looking for a small town bank that will deliver personalized service? This is Michael Mudd, President and CEO of Silex Banking Company. Come visit us at our 20 South 2nd Street location in Silex for a sit-down one-on-one experience. If you can't stop by, visit us online at silexbank.com or call 573-384-5221. We also offer mobile deposit, e-statements, and online banking. Silex Banking Company, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Well, the Owls are looking for some big hits here in the bottom of the first as Bowling Green leads this one by the score of 3-0. They brought 3 around in the top of the first. It looks like it's going to be Ian Beckham up for the Owls, followed by Chase Mullen, Hunter Hubbard, and then Cameron Garcia if anybody gets on. Now, the Bobcats just went through their lineup, and Silex will be looking to do the same. Milosevic, as we mentioned, behind the mound. We've got Alex Miller behind the plate. Miller on the mound. Around the horn, Lucas Jennings standing at first, Lucas Dick at second, Camden Fisher at short, and Zach Gibson is over at the hot corner on third. Out in left field, you have Eli Grody, center field, Gavin Potter, and over in right field, you have Walker Chandler. Looks like he's got a few more. Nope, made a liar of me that quick. Milosevic throws down, and we're ready for the bottom of the first. Beckham will step in. Miller looks for the sign. He's a very quick pitcher. Once he gets it, he's ready to go. He winds, fires. First one on the inside. Oh, no, they're going to say hit by a pitch. So that's a way to get a runner on. So in steps Chase Mullen. Miller throws a strike into Mullen as Beckham holds over on first. Beckham with a nice lead. Jennings set to hold him. Miller winds and fires. Gets strike 2. After hitting Beckham, it's 2 quick strikes from Miller. Got a nice crowd on hand this afternoon from both teams. And Mullen tries to take out team member Hunter Hubbard as he fouls one down the right field line and hits off that concrete, and Hubbard had to do a little jump to avoid it hitting his legs. And he had some power on it. So if Mullen can connect, this one's going to go. Miller tries to paint that outside corner, gets ball 1. So runner over on first, that's Ian Beckham for the Owls. Standing in the batter's box right now is Chase Mullen. Alex Miller looks, winds, and fires, and a ball high. They're going to say it's just outside that zone. Mullen's not as tall as Beckham was from our angle. Try to throw back, pick off Beckham. He gets in safe. So Miller looks back again and quickly comes set. Fires this one down. It's going to head straight to Fisher. Fisher tries to dig one on the dirt. His only option's first, and he doesn't get it. And everybody's safe. So you got runners at first and second for the Owls. And in steps the pitcher, Hunter Hubbard. I can't read my own handwriting. Ball on the inside, hits that inside corner for strike 1. To Hubbard. Looks, tries to paint the outside, misses the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 on, no out. 3-0 is our score. Top of the first. Bobcats lead this one. Hits that outside corner this time, Miller does, and makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes. He looks that one, misses that zone. Ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice afternoon getting some softball and baseball in. Let's connect with this one. Straight to Dick. Dick picks it up, looks for the double play. They got him at second. No. And we've got a runner coming home as Becken comes around and scores on the air. They tried to fielder's choice. Tried to get to Fisher. Fisher was quickly looking to get the ball out of his glove, see if he could turn a double play. It fell out, so everybody's safe. 3-1 is our score. And in comes Cameron Garcia. Looks to lay down the bunt. Everybody holds positions. Strike 1 to Garcia. Garcia wears number 33. He takes a big cut there on a fastball from Miller down central. Just misses, and it's quickly 0-2. Ball outside. Looks a little low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Garcia. And there's our first strikeout for the afternoon. Garcia goes down swinging. And now bring up Tyler Twellman. So Twellman in a good position here with ducks on the pond. You got runners at first and second. Miller fires this one in. Twellman connects. Fisher digs it out. Goes to second. Looks for the double play. Nothing there. And you got runners at the corners. Oops. So 2 outs. And in steps Max Levy. Strike 1 to him. Levy takes the first one. Trenton Roth on deck. If Levy can continue this inning. 3-1 is our score. Cats lead this one. Oh, and they have a pickoff. No, they throw it away. 1 run scores. Miller threw over to the second baseman, and it went out of his reach. So an error. Scored Mullen. So it's 3-2. Ball high to Levy. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. 3-2 our score. It's a 1-run game here in the bottom of the first. Miller looks that one. Hey, call another strike as Levy takes a look. Miller looks inside again. Cuts this one. Milosevic drops it, and he'll have to throw it down to first. And that is the 3rd out. So that takes us to the top of the second. Right now, Bowling Green leads this one by the score of 3-2. You're listening to High School Baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, PJ's Salon, and Meyer Implement Company.
On every journey, you should enjoy peace of mind. I'm Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We take pride in keeping you protected. That's why we offer discounts for good students, safe driving, and more. Trust us to look out for the road ahead. For a free insurance quote on your home, auto, farm, or ATV needs, give myself or
Shelly Clucky
a call today. Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Well, the Cats batted around their first at bat, so they're ready for the number one hitter again, and that's Alex Miller. Silex Isles came back, put 2 runs on the board, so it's a 1-run game here in the top of the second. 3-2 is our score. Miller got a walk his first at bat. Ian Beckham hollers for one of the bench players, JV players, I'm sure, to grab the bat so they can move forward. Up Gavin Potter. Potter got the first out last time as he hit it back to Hubbard. Hubbard threw him out over at first base. Hubbard looks in there. Hits the first one for a strike. Beckham sets up directly behind home plate. Flashes a sign. Hubbard winds up, fires on that inside. Causes Potter to get out of the way a little bit. Maybe trying to scoot him off the plate just a tad. Well. (3-2) our score. As Hubbard throws another strike in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here. They reach for this one. Hits out to McGill. McGill fires over to first, and it's out number 2. So 4-3 put out, and that brings up Zach Gibson. Gibson got a single his first at bat, brought around Miller to score, got the first RBI of the game. I was hoping to get through this one 1-2-3. Gibson again, foot basically on where they connect. As he connects with the down the third base line, he's going to get another single. Hard hit, went right through the glove of Garcia. So with the runner on, Lucas Jennings steps in. He got a single, an RBI single, his last at bat. Beckham behind the plate, gives a sign. Hubbard gives a little nod, looks over to first. Enters a stretch, and now it throws over to first. Puts the check on Gibson. Gibson slides back in safely. Hubbard again looks into Beckham. Beckham sets up on the inside. Look to throw down to second. And they got him on the steal. And that will take care of the top of the second. We're headed to the bottom as the Bobcats still lead this one by the score of 3-2. You're listening to high school baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Sun Window Company, and Center Locker Service.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender. Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
The Owls looking to tie this one up or take the lead here in the bottom of the second after holding Bowling Green to just 4 batters, and really they got the third out on a steal. So It's almost like they went down 1, 2, 3. For Silex, they're going to lead off with Trenton Roth, followed by Peyton Miller and then Alex McGill, and that'll be their 7, 8, 9 batters. And if anybody gets on, they'll head back to the top of the order. So Roth, the right fielder, steps in. Miller already set. Milosevic throws down, and we're ready to go here in the bottom of the second. Miller quickly to work. Gets him on a strike one, gets him swinging. Miller takes no time on the mound as Milosevic set up straight away and gets him swinging at a second strike. So no balls and 2 strikes to Roth. And Miller got him swinging. That's his second strikeout of the afternoon. And that'll bring in Peyton Miller. Miller, the left fielder for the Owls, has number 7 on his white white jersey. It's a green 7 outlined in black. They got the tall green socks. Miller gets him swinging. 4 quick strikes from Miller. I guess we got Miller versus Miller. On the inside corner, misses that one. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Peyton Miller. Gets Peyton to swing at the second strike. Milosevic set up right dead center. We'll see what he has set up for Alex Miller right now. Looks like it's about the same place, and they catch him. And it's going to be hit out to outfield for Peyton Miller. He's going to round first, looking to go to second. It'll be a toss in. He'll get it. He'll slide in, but it's a double for Peyton Miller. Nice contact, hit out, split the gap between center and left field, and that'll bring in Alex McGill. With only 1 out here for the Owls. Looks like we got a pinch runner, and that's going to be Peyton. Wait a minute. I'll pick it up here in just a minute. I missed the number on his back. As McGill steps in. Ball low. And maybe that is still Peyton out there. He must have taken his gloves or something over and handed him to the dugout. Big swing from McGill. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the second, Bobcats lead the Owls 3-2. And there's another ball. So 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Miller looks inside, hits that inside corner for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Peyton Miller dancing around over on second base trying to distract Alex on the mound. Milosevic kind of keeping an eye on him from behind the plate. Ball low and away, full count. Alex comes set. Hits that one, gets him to go down swinging. Another strikeout for Alex, and we're headed back to the top of the order to Ian Beckham. He was hit by a pitch his first at bat. So Alex hits him again. And of course, maybe a little bit of mouthing is between Alex and Ian. A couple looks exchanged as that was a second hit by pitch, and both of them to Beckham. Alex looks for that inside corner, just misses for ball 1 to Chase Mullen. Alex kind of rubs down that ball as he knows that one got away from him to Beckham. Milosevic sets up, straightaway center. They connect. Gibson digs it up, fires to first, and that is your final out here in the bottom of the second. We are headed to the top of the third as Bowling Green still leads this one by the score of 3-2 as you're listening to EMO Conference Baseball on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Loyalty Dogs, Crazy Ladies Garden Center, and Niebuhr Funeral Homes.
When you support a locally owned farm, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice is seeking compassionate nurses to join our work family. We offer competitive pay, great benefits, and flexible scheduling. Don't wait. Apply today at pikecountyhealth.org.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102, brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Eolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Well, for some reason, my online scoreboard continues to run up some runs for everybody, so I apologize. We'll try to keep that a little bit better in check. Right now, the Bobcats lead the Owls 3-2, as it looks like it's going to be Jennings, Grody, and Milosevic for the Bobcats. If anybody gets on, Camden Fisher. So Jennings, the first baseman, he had a single. He's back up in there as he was the one in the batter's box when the Gibson thrown out at second base. So Jennings gets to start over as Hubbard still on the mound for the Owls. Gets a sign from Beckham behind the plate. Goes into a stretch, winds and fires. It connects with this one. It's going to be out of play. Big contact from Jennings. He'll step back in. Hubbard looks to Beckham. Beckham gets the sign from Coach Ken Hufty. And there's another one fouled away, out of play. So no balls and 2 strikes to Jennings. He's seeing the ball pretty well this afternoon. Hubbard from the stretch. Gets this one, it's a little high. Just misses that zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jennings. 3-2 is our score. Cats lead by 1 here in the top of the third. And they get Jennings on strikes. That's the second K for Hubbard this afternoon, and in steps Eli Grody. Grody got on courtesy of an error from Garcia, his last back in the first. Hubbard looks to paint that outside corner, just misses for ball 1. Beckham sets, looks for one right down the middle. Gets it a little low, misses the zone for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out here in the top of the third. Bobcats lead this one by 1 as Hubbard winds and fires. Beckham tried to frame that one. They're still saying high out of the zone, so quickly 3 balls and no strikes. Hubbard's going to have to throw one. Stay alive here. And he gets that one. Grody takes a look at it. Still has another pitch to give. Gets this one right out to right field. Wind moves it around, but reeling that one in is Roth for the second out. And that'll bring up Milosevic. Milosevic, again, 44 on his black jersey. They have red their numbers are black with a red outline. Gray bottoms on today for the Bobcats. Camden Fisher is in the batter's box if Milosevic can continue the inning. Hubbard looks at this one. It goes back to the backstop for ball one. Milosevic once again stands in. Beckham behind the plate. Gives a sign. Hubbard winds, fires, connects this one out of play. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Milosevic. Top of the third. 2 outs. 3-2 our score. Cats on top by 1. Ball inside. The Owls looking to set them down in order if they can get Milosevic out. Cannon Fisher, who's in the batter's box, or on deck circles, hoping to continue the inning. Ball just misses that outside corner, so 3 balls, 1 strike. Change balls. Hubbard does. So they throw the new one back out. Beckham set behind the plate. Flashes the sign. Hubbard likes it. Winds and fires. And there's strike 2 as Milosevic fouls that one off down the third base line. Happened to hit it right to Camden Fisher. So Fisher throws it back to the pitcher. Hubbard again. Gets him to chase. And there's strikeout number 3 and out number 3 as we're headed to the bottom of the third. Bowling Green still leads this one by 1, 3-2 as you're listening to high school baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Ackles Farm Market, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
Welcome to Vast National Bank. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm here to talk to someone about a loan.
Oh, I'll grab you the L97B. We call it the Just Talking form.
What about actually applying for a loan?
Oh my, let me pop in the toner cartridge. Hey Bill, you want to pass me the big stapler?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to People's Savings Bank.
Skip the mega banks. When you need a loan, visit People's Savings Bank. The people you know and trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Alex Miller finishing up his warm-up pitches as we head to the bottom of the third. It's going to be Hunter Huber, Cameron Garcia, Tyler Twillman, and if anybody can get on and extend the inning, be Max Levy. Hubbard is last at bat. Got a single, and then was thrown out trying to steal. Milosevic was the last one, so it took a minute for him to put his stuff on. He gets 1 pitch, throws down to second base. And we're ready for action here in the bottom of the third. 3-2 our score. Bowling Green on top by 1. Remember, you can always find a full recap of scores daily by visiting the KJFM scoreboard page at kjfmradio.com. And Miller happens to hit Hubbard by a pitch. And, of course, that gets the Silex bench jabbering. And then comes Cameron Garcia. Miller looks back at Hubbard. Jenny's set to hold him on first. Fires a strike in to Garcia. Gets Garcia to swing at the second one. Miller quickly heads back to the mound. He's already set. Hubbard still dancing over on first base. Miller sends this one down, strikes him out. So there's a first out here in the bottom of the third, and that'll bring up Tyler Twellman. So 1 out, 1 on for the Owls. 3-2 our score. Bowling Green leads this one. Milosevic behind the plate. Flashes a sign to Miller on the mound. Fires this one in. It's right down the middle for strike one. Levy in the on-deck circle. Trenton Roth set to come up as well. Miller looks back at Hubbard over on first. And Twellman connects with this one. Foul ball. Just missed. Staying fair. So Twellman's quickly no balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. Bottom of the third. 3-2 our score. Cats on top of the Owls by 1. Twellman back in the batter's box. Looking to straighten this one out. Maybe split that 5-6 gap. Instead, he swings. Gets caught on the inside pitch for out number 2. Now bring up Levy. Roth hoping that Levy can extend this one. Especially with Hubbard standing over on first and the Owls down by 1. He fouls this one back to the rubber. Or to, I guess, to the padding here. It's a concrete backing. Connects with this one, and it's foul. So quickly, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And gets him out on strikes. And goes down 1, 2, 3 in order. We're headed to the top of the 4th. It's still Bobcats leading by 1 here on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
We're in the top of the 4th here from Silex High School as the Bobcats lead this one 3-2. Looks like it's going to be Fisher, Chandler, and Dunn. So 7, 8, 9 here for the Bobcats. As Beckham throws one down. Hunter Hubbard still on the mound for the Owls. Fish wears number 1 on his back. As Camden steps in, Beckham looks down to Coach Hufty. He gives the sign, flashes out to Hubbard. Hubbard already in the stretch. He connects. Looks like he's going to split that 3-4 gap, and it's a single for Fisher. That brings up Walker Chandler. He got a single his last at bat in the bottom of the first, or excuse me, in the top of the first. Hubbard looks into Beckham. Gets his sign. It's a high fly ball. Looks out to right field. Miller's calling for it. No, it falls behind Mullen at shortstop. That's going to move Fisher to first, or excuse me, Fisher to second, and it's a single for Chandler. So 2 on for the Bobcats, no outs. As the number 9 hitter, Dane Dunn steps in. He's the DH this afternoon. Beckham looks. Winds, fires. High fly ball again. It's going to be out of play. Heads up to those near us as it hits the concession stand. And I got to tell you, the food that's on the grill is smelling pretty good. Looking for something to eat, head on out. Quickly get the ball back in. Hubbard set again. Looks into Beckham. Shows bunt right back to the pitcher. Hubbard has no place to go but to first base, but it's enough to advance the runners. So his sacrifice bunt does the job. And that takes us to the top of the order to Alex Miller. So 1 out, runners on second and third. Camden Fisher on first. Walker Chandler on, Camden Fisher on third, Chandler on second. Beckham looks, sets up on the outside corner. Hubbard throws it in. Miller, high fly ball. Is it going to be in fair territory? No, it is not. It's out of play. Over into the batting cages. So 1 out. 3-2 our score again. Bobcats on top by 1. All 3 runs for the Bobcats scored in the top of the first. Both runs for the Owls scored in the bottom of the first, and we've been quiet since. Both teams have had base runners. Miller cranks this one. It's high. It's a fly ball. Calling for it, and it's no good. It looks like Fisher's going to score as it bounces off the glove of McGill. And there's runners at first and second on the air. Fisher comes home. And Chandler moves to third. 4-2 our score now, as the home plate umpire is going to clear it off, and that'll bring up Gavin Potter. The wind kind of played with McGill over at second base as he was looking up, and it was kind of moving around. It just fell off the tip of his glove. Errors kind of plaguing the Owls this afternoon. 1 out. Ball outside from Hubbard. Dane Dunn has the only out as he got a sacrifice pop out to advance the runners. And it's paid off so far for the Bobcats. Beckham set again. Ball low, just misses that zone. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out, 4-2 our score. Bobcats lead the Owls here in the top of the 4th. Ball outside, nice job by Beckham to keep him in front of him, not let it get away. So you know Hubbard's going to have to throw one here that could possibly be hit. So it's 3 balls and no strikes. And he doesn't. Unfortunately, that one misses high, and the bases are loaded. And that brings in Zach Gibson, and they're going to have a little meeting on the mound. Looks like Coach Ken Hufty's just going to talk about it a little bit, maybe what they want to do here with the bases loaded. So he's working around, looking. He's looking to see if he's making a pitching change, but it doesn't look like it as everybody seems to be right where they are. So they all disperse. So Beckham back behind the plate. Gibson in the batter's box. Bases loaded, 1 out. Hubbard gets the sign from Beckham. Ball low. 5 straight balls from Hubbard. That's how Gibson got on first. And he throws one down the middle. Gibson takes a big cut. 1 ball, 1 strike. One out, 4-2 our score. Bowling Green leads by 2 here in the top of the 4th. And gets a nice hit. It's just in foul territory. That's down the third base line. And it's quickly 1 ball, 2 strikes. They throw the ball in. Get it back to the mound to Hubbard. Liked watching Levy back up Hubbard as they were throwing it in. Watched him move up in case the ball got away. Heads up baseball playing there by the first baseman. Beckham gives the sign. Hubbard goes into the wind. And they connect with this one. It's clear out to center field. Even if it's caught, at least one's going to score. And it does. That brings Walker home. So out in center field. And that leaves runners at the corners with 2 outs. Brings in Lucas Jennings. They look to pick off at first, and the ball gets away. They're going to score 1 run. And that's possibly going to get Gibson to third. They're going to hold him there. So another error on the Owls. Makes it 5-2. So now they've got 1 on over on third, and that's Potter. Ball inside on Jennings. Jennings in the batter's box. Hubbard throws, misses that outside corner. Low and away for ball 2. 5-2 our score. Bobcats on top by 3 here in the top of the 4th. And Jennings connects with this one. It's over Miguel's head. And it looks like it's going to be a single for Jennings. Another RBI as Potter comes around to score. Another big inning for the Bobcats, and it's 6-2. 2 outs. In steps Grody. He connects. He splits that 5-6 gap. Got runners at first and second. Milosevic comes in. Beckham steps out on home plate, reminds players where they're going. If Milosevic can get on, the Cats have batted around this inning. 2 outs though. 6-2 our score. Throw it back to first, look to pick him off, nothing, he's safe. That's Grody in there. So Beckham gives a sign to Hubbard. Hubbard set on the mound. Goes into a stretch. And that one moved. That had some movement on it. As they call it a strike. Must have got that inside corner. As this one misses outside, Beckham again, nice job behind the plate, keeps that one from getting away. holds the base runners at first and second for the Bobcats. 2 outs, 6-2 our score. We're in the top of the fourth. Runners on first and second for the Cats. And this one gets away, and all the runners are going to advance. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Milosevic, as now runners are on second and third for Bowling Green. As Beckham sets up on the inside corner. Now he's back straight away. Hubbard looks, tries to paint that outside. They don't give it to him. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Milosevic. Kind of the wind's kind of died down. Flag's not even moving out in center field. Milosevic fouls that one back. So I'm going to do it again. Hubbard looks for the sign. Beckham gets it. Winds and fires. Milosevic down. Picking it up is Garcia. Fires to first, and that's how this one ends. On a 5-3 put out to end the inning. And we are headed to the bottom of the fourth inning. Bobcats have increased their lead 6-2 as you're listening to high school baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, PJ's Salon, and Meyer Implement Company.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes to the Philadelphian favorite water ice, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
All right. Every now and again, I kind of question myself. On my paper, I had that Bowling Green got 4 runs in that fourth inning. I'm like, okay, but that'd make it 7-2. And scoreboard says 6-2, and I'm just kind of sort of used to being wrong at this point. But no, they corrected it. So Bowling Green is leading 7-2 here in the bottom of the fourth. Trenton Roth going to lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth. He steps in. Roth struck out his last at bat. As Alex Miller still on the mound. Look, shows bunt, misses it. There's strike one for Roth. It's going to be Roth, Miller, and McGill. If anybody can get on, they'll head to the top of the order to Beckham. They foul that one out of play as it goes over Milosevic's head. So quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. Alex Miller on the mound for the Bobcats. Rowan Milosevic behind the plate. He gives the sign. Miller winds, fires. Ball inside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes as we're just getting started here in the bottom of the fourth. And they got him swinging on that one for the first out. So Peyton Miller will come in now. So it'll be Miller versus Miller as they throw the ball around the horn, the Cats do. Some interesting song choices here. So they just played the Mickey Mouse Club. Strike one to Peyton Miller. They played some Peppa Pig earlier, which kind of cracked me up too. So hats off to the DJ. And that one knocked the official's mask. They checked with him. He said, yep, he's okay. As it foul tipped it off of Peyton Miller's bat. Rowan Milosevic is going to walk out there, kind of give him a minute. Coach Ken Hufty giving Blue a second as well. So everybody says they're all good to go. Milosevic heads back behind the plate. Alex Miller on the mound. Peyton Miller steps in the batter's box. No balls, 2 strikes. And there's strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Alex. And that'll bring in Alex McGill, the number 9 hitter. Ian Beckham probably not real sure whether or not that he wants this to continue or not. Both of his at-bats have been hit by a pitch. As Alex winds and fires, ball low. McGill struck out his last at bat. And he connects on this one. Hits it right to Dick. Dick, there's an error for the Bobcats. As he tries to spin, he can't get it there. So an E4 score gets a base runner on for the Owls, and that brings up Beckham. Inning continues. We're to the top of the order. So again, both times Beckham has stepped to the plate. He's been hit by a pitch. Steps back in the batter's box a little bit, and this time he looks at a strike. Now he's a little more center of the box. Miller gets him to swing on the second, so no balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs here, and the bottom of the 4th. Bowling Green leads Silex 7-2 here at Silex High School on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Miller throws this one in, and they're going to punch him out. However, Milosevic dropped the ball, and he throws it down to first for the 3rd out. So we're headed to the top of the 5th. Cats lead the Owls 7-2 as you're listening to high school baseball on Eagle 102.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
When it's time for some heavy-duty work at your place, there's only one name to remember, McMailer. McMailer & Sons, Backhoe and Excavating of Silex, offers septic system pumping and grease trap cleanouts. Just give them a call for all types of backhoe work with high lift and track hoe. They install water or sewer lines, septic tanks, and drain tile. They can build lakes, do dump truck work, jackhammering, bobcat work, and more. Fully insured, you can count on quality workmanship from McMailer & Sons, Backhoe and Excavating in Silex. Call 573-384-5978.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
We're in the top of the 5th. Bobcats lead the Owls by the score of 7-2. Camden Fisher leading things off for the Cats. He had a single his last at bat. Hubbard throws ball inside. Bobcats put up 4 runs in the last inning, 3 runs in the first. Fisher hits this one right to Garcia. He digs it out of the dirt, fires over to first, and there's your first out. Walker Chandler will stand in now. He had a single last at bat, bottom of the 4th. So Hubbard is on the mound, looks inside to Beckham for the sign. He reaches for that one to Mullins. Mullins down on one knee, keeps it in front of him, fires over, just not in time. So a single there for Chandler. Gets a runner on for the Bobcats, and that'll bring in the designated hitter, Dane Dunn. He sacrificed his last at bat to move runners into scoring position. Hubbard looks back at first. This one's high, out of play. Chase it over towards the playground equipment. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Bowling Green on top, 7-2. Look for the throw down to second. And Chandler's in there safely. Well, he called that a strike. So no balls, 2 strikes to Dunn. That puts Chandler in scoring position out on second. Looks. Dane connects with this one out to center field. The wind's blowing, and it's going to bring Chandler in. Dane's going to be at least at second for stand-up. They may try and bring him. Nope, he's going to be in there for a stand-up double. So got the RBI, the stand-up double, and the Cats are now up 8-2. And back to the top of the order to Alex Miller. Miller steps into the batter's box. He's about center of the box as Beckham looks, sets up right down the middle. Hubbard looks back towards second, nothing there. Throws the ball, misses that outside corner for ball 1 to Miller. Pitcher versus pitcher here in the top of the 5th. 8-2 our score, Bowling Green on top by 6 here from Silex High School. Ball low and inside. Dane standing out on second base for the Bobcats as he had a stand-up double with the RBI that brought Chandler around to make it 8-2. Miller connects. Mullen pulls it up, fires over to first, and they got him. However, it does advance Dane to third. So 2 outs, and Gavin Potter steps in. Hubbard looking to get out of this one by hopefully keeping Dunn over on third. Beckham sets up straight away. Hubbard fires right down the first base line. They say it is fair. So an RBI single for Potter. And it makes it 9-2 here in the top of the 5th. And Zach Gibson comes in. He flew out to center field his last at bat. Coach Hufty having another meeting on the mound. While we do that, let's hear from some of our sponsors as you're listening to High School Baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Ackles Farm Market, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, "The sweetest fruits of life come from serving others." And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
See me, Tim Jenkins, at 3404 Georgia Street for a free insurance review.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Looks like we have a change in pitching. It looks like Chase Mullen is coming in. Look and see how things move around as it looks like no new players have entered the ball game. We'll see if maybe we switch around a little bit as to where's Hubbard going to go, if he's going to go to short or if there's going to be a move. So Mullen, a couple more pitches here. We'll be ready as we're in the bottom of the fifth. 9-2 is our score. 2 outs. And Zach Gibson is up to bat with Gavin Potter standing on first. So Potter got the RBI. Mullen throws this one down. Back to Mullen. Beckham says we're ready to go. In fact, he takes off his mask and he's going to be ready for Coach Ken Huff to disperse the players as he talks to Neil Darnell out there as to where everybody's going. So Hubbard's at first. Oh, everybody's moving around on me. So Twellman goes to short. And I'll have to figure out who's out at center because I can't see that far out there. But we're ready to play here as Mullen now will throw to Gibson. Looks inside. Gibson, big cut for strike one. Beckham flashes a sign to Mullen. Mullen looks back at Potter on first. Comes set. Ball high over his head. Had to duck to get out of the way of that one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. And the top of the fifth. 9-2 is our score. Bowling Green leads. We're at Silex High School on this Tuesday. Still 70 degrees here, so it's a beautiful afternoon. Hopefully Mother Nature can keep this up so we can get some more Diamond Sports in this afternoon. And they're going to throw down to second. It's going to be off the mark. And we're going to have interference, I believe, as the ball, the wind carried it. So runner is safe. Over on second, Potter is. One ball, 2 strikes to Gibson. So Coach Jane went out to talk, make sure that Potter is okay as he kind of got hit in the head with one of the arms as they were chasing after the ball. As it was moving around as the wind picked up a little bit. Flags blowing towards right field. Mullen looks into Beckham. He's set, looks back at Potter. Ball high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 9-2 our score. Top of the fifth. Bowling Green leads Silex. 2 outs. Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Potter standing on second base. Gibson in the batter's box, looking for the payoff pitch from Mullen. He hits this one back to Mullen. Backhands it, fires over to first, and that is how the inning ends. So it's a 1-3 put out as they keep only one run scores here in the top of the fifth. As we're headed to the bottom, as you're listening to high school baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
We're in the bottom of the fifth. Bowling Green leads this one by the score of 9-2. And up to bat is Mullen. He's going to lead this one off. So it's going to be Mullen, Hubbard, and Garcia. Miller throws a strike in there as he continues to be on the mound for the Bobcats. Mullen connects over to Dick. He stays with it, and there's out one as he's able to keep it in front of him. Fires it over to first for the first out, and that'll bring up Hunter Hubbard. So Miller tosses. It looks like it's going to make this one over to first base. Dick moves over for the second out. So 1-2 quick outs here for the Bobcats, and then steps Cameron Garcia. Alex Miller fires this one in there. And they're going to call a strike as that one went right down the middle. Garcia had stepped out. And he connects with this one. Goes down the right field line, but in foul territory. So no balls, 2 strikes on what Alex Miller hopes is a quick inning. Miller looks. Ball low. Milosevic had set up just for that outside corner. With it is Miller again. Tries to hit that outside corner again and just misses. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Garcia. Full count. Oh, nope, they're saying 2-2. And the ball gets away. I thought I had it right. So there's a walk. And that brings up Tyler Twellman. Twellman looking to extend this inning with 2 outs. Now Garcia's on first. Milosevic sets up behind the plate, tries to frame that one. No call, it's another ball. Miller trying to talk him into, trying to hope to get him to swing away. And he got him to that time. 1 ball, 1 strike, Tyler Twellman. And Twellman connects with this one. It's headed out to center field. Potter calls for it, and he gets it. So with the big catch out in center field, we are headed to the top of the sixth, where the Bobcats lead the Owls 9-2, and you're listening to Emo Conference Baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, PJ's Salon, and Meyer Implement Company.
On every journey, you should enjoy peace of mind. I'm Corey Buchanan. At Pike County Mutual Insurance Company, we take pride in keeping you protected. That's why we offer discounts for good students, safe driving, and more. Trust us to look out for the road ahead. For a free insurance quote on your home, auto, farm, or ATV needs, give myself or
Shelly Glucky
a call today. Pike County Mutual Insurance Company, on the square in Bowling Green.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes to the Philadelphian favorite water ice, a taste of Philly.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
We're in the top of the sixth. Chase Mullins on the mound now for the Owls. Lucas Jennings, Eli Grody, Rowan Milosevic are your batters up for the Bobcats here. 9-2 is the score. So Bobcats have the lead in this conference matchup. Jennings has done a nice job putting the ball in play. Seen the ball well this afternoon. As Beckham set behind the plate. He flashes a sign to Mullen. Mullen comes set. Hits that strike zone perfectly for the first strike here as we start the top of the sixth. Mullen tries to hit the outside corner, goes a little too far, misses. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Beckham sets up. Shones right down the middle. Jennings takes a high one, hits it out to center field, and it's caught. So the first out for the Owls, and that'll bring up Eli Grody. He's been on base a couple times this afternoon. He's also flown out to right field. Mullen comes set on the mound. Tries to hit that outside corner just off the mark for ball 1. Beckham flashes a sign. Mullen gets the one he wants. Fires this one in. And ball 2. As they're set, wind kind of dies down a little bit. Grody hits this one, goes off the pitcher's mound. And they get the throw. It was a close one by about a step. That was from Miguel to Hubbard. He had to stretch for it a little bit. That's 2 outs. So Mullen is set again. Fires that one in. It's right down the middle. It's Rowan Milosevic in the batter's box. Number 44 for the Cats. 9-2 our score. We're in the top of the 6th. Bowling Green leads Silex. He paints that outside corner. And quickly it's 0-2. As Chase looks into Beckham. And he connects. Right to Miguel. He has to let it drop, but he fires it over to first. And that is a 3rd out of the inning. So back-to-back 4-3 putouts. And the Bobcats don't get any runs across the board. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th where the Owls are looking to make some headway here as they're down by 7 as you're listening to high school baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Sun Window Company, and Center Locker Service.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock Agent, and Bowie General Services.
We're in the bottom of the 6th. The Owls needing some runs here as they're down 9-2. And it looks like they've got Max Levy, Trenton Roth, and Peyton Miller up. And if anybody gets on, Alex McGill. So 6, 7, 8. As Levy steps in. Alex Miller still on the mound for the Bobcats. And he hits that outside corner for strike 1. Milosevic sets up straight away behind home plate. Miller hits this one. And Levy puts this one out of play. No balls, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 6th. Just getting started.
And after closing, we're staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock Agent, and Bowie General Services.
First out here in the bottom of the 6th. And that brings in Trenton Roth. He looks at strike 1. He fits this one. It's going to be out of play. They chase it, and it's over past the batting cages for strike 2. So Roth, then Peyton Miller, and if they can extend it, Alex McGill here for you in the bottom of the 6th. Bowling Green leads this one at 9-2 here at Silex High School. Miller hits the inside corner, and there's out number 2. So Miller versus Miller here as Peyton steps in. Alex Miller on the mound. And he takes a big cut, misses for strike 1. Bowling Green hoping to get out of this one 1, 2, 3 and head to the top of the 7th. And another foul tip for quickly an 0-2 count to Peyton with 2 outs. Alex makes his way back to the mound as Milosevic gets set behind the plate. Alex shakes it off. Milosevic now gives him the sign he wants. Winds and fires, and 3 strikeouts to end the 6th. We're headed to the top of the 7th as Bowling Green leads this one by the score of 9-2 as you're listening to high school baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, PJ's Salon, and Meyer Implement Company.
One multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Congratulations to Jennifer Shepard of Pittsfield, winner of the Eagle 102 Morning Show Taco Tuesday Song Challenge. Jennifer identified some of the Taco Tuesday songs and was entered into a drawing to win $102. Stay tuned to Eagle 102 for your chance to win.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Eolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
We're in the top of the 7th here at Silex High School as the Bobcats lead the Bobcats lead the Owls 9-2. Camden Fisher in the batter's box for the Bobcats. Chase Mullins on the mound. Fisher looks at strike one. And quickly, Fish hits this one over to Twellman at shortstop. He fires to first, and there's the first out of the 7th. Now to bring up Walker Chandler. He's been on base every time he's been at bat in this matchup. He'll step in. As we mentioned, Chase Mullins on the mound. Ian Beckham behind the plate. Cameron Garcia over at third. Tyler Twellman at short. Alex McGill over at second. And Hunter Huber at first. Ball outside to Chandler. Beckham gets set. They did a little switch on me in the outfield, so I'm not 100% sure who's out there, as my eyes can't read that far. As Chandler fires one down to first base, Hubbard scoops it up, and there's out number 2. And that'll bring in the designated hitter, Dane Dunn, for the Bobcats. Bowling Green put up 3 runs in the top of the first, 4 in the top of the fourth, 2 more in the top of the 5th to get you 9 runs. The 2 runs from Silex came in the bottom of the first. So the Owls have some work to do here in the bottom of the 7th coming up. Mullins looks inside to Beckham. Gets one he likes. Tries to paint that outside corner. Just misses for ball 1. Wind blowing out to right field. And Dunn connects with this one. Right to Levy. Levy holds up. Fires to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Owls. We're headed to the bottom of the bottom of the 7th as you're listening to Emo Conference Baseball on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Sun Window Company, and Center Locker Service.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice is seeking compassionate nurses to join our work family. We offer competitive pay, great benefits, and flexible scheduling. Don't wait. Apply today at pikecountyhealth.org.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
The Owls are going to have 9, 1, and 2 up here in the bottom of the 7th, hoping to extend that inning to get Hubbard in, Hunter Hubbard. So it's going to be Alex McGill, Ian Beckham, Chase Mullen, and then, like I said, if anybody can get on, Hunter Hubbard. It's 9-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Bowling Green's led this entire matchup. As Milicevic throws down. McGill steps in the batter's box for the Owls. Alex Miller looking for a complete game here. As he connects, it's a high fly ball. Camden Fisher over at shortstop calls for it, and there's out one. One pitch, one out. Now to the top of the order, Ian Buckham. His first 2 times in the batter's box, he was hit by a pitch. He struck out his last at bat back in the the bottom of the 4th. Ball inside from Miller. Milicevic sets up outside. Gets him to chase. 1 ball, 1 strike. Miller throws this one too. And this time it's over Gibson's head at third base. It's going to be, is he going to get into second? He does safely get in there. Looks to go to third after the little error in the throw. So a double for Beckham, and that brings up Chase Mullen. So 1 out, 9-2 our score. Bowling Green leads here in the bottom of the 7th. Silex has a runner in scoring position. Ball low to Mullen. So Miller back on the mound. Milosevic sets up behind plate. And there's strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, the wind's kind of blowing out towards right field. And Miller painted that outside corner to Mullen for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. And that one connects to Camden Fisher. He pulls up from shortstop. Hits it over to first for the 2nd out of the inning. However, Beckham advances to third. So Hunter Hubbard looking to keep things alive here for the Owls with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Ball low. Milicevic does a nice job keeping it in front of him. Holds Beckham over at third. As Miller looks, he gets that outside corner once again. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. 9-7 our score. Bowling Green on top here in the bottom of the 7th. We're at Silex High School. As that outside corner seems to be Miller's friend this afternoon. And Hunter Hubbard's down to his final strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Miller winds, fires, and it's a high hit one. And it's right out to center field. That's to Gavin Potter, and that is the ball game. Bowling Green wins this one by the score of 9-2. We have your post-game show coming up next here on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital. Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM.
Well, Bowling Green gets the conference win here from Silex High School this afternoon by the score of 9-2 in a game that looked like it was going to be really competitive to open things up. Bowling Green put 3 runs on the board in the top of the first. Silex came back, answered with 2 in the bottom of the first, and unfortunately that was all the offense the Owls had in them this afternoon. Bowling Green added 4 runs in the top of the fourth and the 2 more runs in the top of the fifth. Silex had several base runners, just couldn't quite get them across the plate. It's going to be Alex Miller with the win for the Bobcats as he went the distance, pitched all 7 innings. Taking the loss this afternoon is going to be Hunter Hubbard. He went all the way into 4 2/3 of a game, or 2/3 innings, as Chase Mullen came in the top of the fifth with 2 outs, and he's pretty well able to shut things down from there for the Bobcats. So he had nice time while he was in, but the Cats came out, we talked about in the shortened edition of the Keys of the Game, to score quick and score often and get on the board early, and that's what the Bobcats did this afternoon. Took home the conference win over Silex by the score of 9-2. Let's take a break here on the postgame show. We'll come back, wrap things up from Silex High School as you're listening to Diamond Sports right here on your area sports leader, Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Loyalty Dogs, Crazy Ladies Garden Center, and Niebuhr Funeral Homes.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MercBK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Congratulations to Jennifer Shepard of Pittsfield, winner of the Eagle 102 Morning Show Taco Tuesday Song Challenge. Jennifer identified some of the Taco Tuesday songs and was entered into a drawing to win $102. Stay tuned to Eagle 102 for your chance to win.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Well, here at Silex High School is a beautiful afternoon for MO Conference baseball action. Bowling Green walked away with the win over Silex 9-2. We have more Diamond Sports coming your way tomorrow as long as Mother Nature holds off some of that rain that they're calling for. We've got baseball for you as it's a battle of the Twin Pike counties. Well, Twin Pike. Okay, let's try this one more time. It's a battle of the Pike County, Illinois schools as Pittsfield will host Griggsville Perry. You can catch all that right here on Eagle 102 tomorrow afternoon, 4:15 pregame with a 4:30 first pitch. So great afternoon of Diamond Sports here in Silex. We know that we had a matchup over at Pleasant Hill this afternoon as a softball game went, as the Lady Wolves, who've kind of been on a tear here lately, picking up some big wins, they got the win over Pittsfield. They shut them out 7-0. That Western Brown County softball game that was going on was supposed to pick up in the 5th inning this afternoon. That game was canceled as well. That was moved to the 28th. Don't forget, you can always find a full recap of scores daily by visiting the scoreboard pages at kjfmradio.com. So that's going to wrap up our sports for this afternoon. For Maddie and April, who were at the softball game, I'm Marion Everhart. You've been listening to High School Baseball on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.